Day 1 of my personal cycle, and this is where I am right now. Tomorrow I'm already going back to Berlin. I feel a lot of pain right now. I decided not to take any medicine, just feel the pain. I feel very inspired. The last days I was so creative. I had so many ideas. I feel a little anxious when I have so many ideas, and it's okay because I want to make them. But now I don't feel so anxious anymore, and I also am already respecting my body and feeling the pain and being creative, but more in a soft way, not just an anxious, overwhelming way. I also feel like I want to be alone. I feel like I want to be at home, more cozy and more alone. I also ate 2 cakes already, and I want to eat more sugar. So yeah, this is how I feel. I want to work, I want to learn, I woke up early, I feel great. But I'm also feeling like more anxious because I have so many ideas, and all of this energy is also making me feel like anxious anyway. So I feel great, but also like, I have travel, I arrived home, I was like lazy and doing nothing and just sleeping until 12, and I deserved it. So I guess now I'm slowly going back to my routine. So my cats literally took over my desk, so I have to sit here right now. And I wanted to talk even about cats because I have seen a documentary, and I've also listened to this again in a podcast about the relation between women, cats, and witches. Because since so long, we women and witches already knew that cats will make our home safer and cleaner. And when they wanted to exterminate witches, they also end up exterminating cats. And sometimes we can hunt people down and burn them, but sometimes we can also just spread the idea that a black cat is evil. So by exterminating women, but also cats, we ended up having the plague here in Europe and in the whole world, which also exterminated like a lot of people in the whole world. So interesting how the balance works. So sometimes when I think that I am doing not so much, that maybe I'm just taking care of myself, my cats, and my home, I remember that this is already a lot, that this is already everything I could be doing. And like this, I am keeping every encounter that I have with someone else also to be a nice encounter. If I'm not taking care of myself, I am a very bad person, and this encounter will be also bad. Everyone will have a bad day after this. So I feel like I have to be taking care of myself, my home, my cats, animals, people around me, and like this we keep everyone safe. I just realized that I'm so much more productive in the last days, like fixing things, a lot of stuff is finally happening, and I feel like I am doing a lot. I'm going to the gym, I'm cleaning my home, I'm cooking more, I'm working, and then I'm taking on projects that I left there for more than a year. I feel like it's also a time that I am closing some chapters, and I won't go into details, but I'm closing projects or changing the way I'm doing stuff and having new ideas, clearly, because it is the new moon and a new cycle. So I have new ideas and I have a new structure of my routine and new ways that I want to continue doing my projects and working and living. So this is also the moment I'm right now. Good morning. Where's my kid? I feel again very bad. I mean, today is a special day. I want to do art. I want to edit my stuff. I want to write. The day is beautiful. I'll show you. It is like so sunny outside. I would want to go outside, see the flowers that are popping up. I would want to kind of read my book in the sun. I would want to edit all the stuff that I need to edit, and I want to make a scene, and I want to vlog, and then I want to write a lot of scripts for my podcast, and I want to do so much, and I have a casting that I need to do. Why did I told I want for everything, and for my casting I told I need to? Yeah, so I'm just gonna do my tea. So yeah. How do I feel today? I'm not so hungry. I'm motivated. I feel kind of pain, like back pain. I can tell my partner to bring chocolate or flowers or anything for me. Me see, boom, I cast a spell. Now he can see in his app, but in general I am learning to tell more what do I need and what do I want. And in some days will be my ovulation day, which I can see here as well, and then I can be kind of prepared, but I feel already a feeling that I want to enjoy life. Eat something nice, I want to go outside. I'm listening to music and I feel like dancing. Kind of in the spring of my own cycle, like I feel being reinitiating something, being reborn. I feel like being reintegrated in some process of my life in general. Here in Germany, they always say April macht was er will, because it's actually a pretty crazy month. It is a long month and sometimes we have windy weather, sometimes it's sunny, sometimes it's already so warm and then it's already cold and then comes the rain, so it is a crazy weather and we tell that April do whatever it wants because April macht was er will. I feel like when we are starting over, when we are waking up again for life, we need to be a little radical. There's a lot of courage that I am trying to find in myself to just do whatever I want, and discovering what do I want is a challenge. And then I am sunny and then I am raining and then there is wind. I feel like I am exactly like this in my life right now. So many projects, so many things that I'm feeling at once. I feel grateful at the same time that I feel pissed. So exactly embracing this complexity in nature and me as part of nature as well. So okay guys, here's the thing. I wanted this video to be also a witchy video. So since the beginning I'm doing like witchy reflections, and I have been planning to make my own shampoo with this book that I got from my Schwiegermutter. And then I failed totally. I won't even leave the recipe here because I don't believe that this is gonna work in your home as well, and I don't recommend you to do this at your home. My shampoo. This is the second one because the first one went totally wrong. Like it burned. I put a less water than it was supposed to be, and I also confused the verb kochen with köcheln, which is like less heating, definitely. So I burned the whole thing. But this is the second one. I put a lot of water, how it was telling in the recipe, which is a very confused recipe in another language, but I made it. And the thing is, I think it is still very liquid, like, I don't know. I haven't tested it yet, and I do think that in the process of trying something new, it is not gonna be the first or maybe the second time that it's gonna be a nice shampoo for myself. So I am gonna try to find new recipes. If you guys have any recipe, not just for shampoo, but like cosmetics in general, and like teas and anything like witchy and self-made, leave in the comments for me because I would love to know. In my last video about living life in a cycle, you guys recommended so nice apps that I have been using up until today, so thank you. Today is also my ovulation day, so you may have noticed, like, I feel more beautiful in around this time. I have been dancing in my kitchen and listening a lot of music, or I just feel like more calm in general. I am not anxious, although I am busy and I am like overwhelmed with life. I don't feel bad about myself. I feel creative, I feel busy, I feel full of life, I feel more beautiful, more confident, and I feel like I just want to enjoy life. It is a lot of time. I was in Brazil in the beginning of this video, and so much have happened. Like, honestly, so much. And I feel like this documenting process on a video format made me realize how much I have changed just watching myself in here on my camera. Like, how much I have honestly changed. I don't know if you can tell, but you probably can. And I feel like it's so beautiful to realize that I do have time and that my body has its own time. I guess when we are feeling down or when I was feeling like more overwhelmed, it feels like I'm always in this position. But documenting here, I see that I'm not. I have really my moments and it changes. So pretty cool to realize this. I hope this inspires you to realize your own cycles as well, your own personal time in moments. Good morning. It is the day after my ovulation. I feel a little exhausted because I give lessons until very late, so I'm giving me time and I'm about to read my letter that my husband wrote for me. He has been writing this since we were in Brazil, so it is also kind of a cycle thing. Like, he never wrote me before a letter, and he eventually was like, I'm writing a letter, but it's not ready, and I have been waiting. Hi, welcome to the luteal. Oh, I almost stepped on my cat. Sorry, Gracie. Hi, welcome to my luteal phase. I mean, the end of my cycle. Today we went to IKEA, so we have new plants. We also got this thing here, which kind of was my dream to have one of those one day because Grace, which is my older cat, okay, she is like never using something like this. But Matilda, Sean. I feel like the end of my cycle is when I like to plan and clean and organize. Like, it is a phase in my cycle that I want to be more at home. I want to be more relaxing and cozy, not going out so often, not meeting many people. I would feel safer. So I wanted to share with you some of the insights I found out in this article here. I will leave the link here below. The article calls Phase of the Menstrual Cycle Affects Engagement of Attention with Emotional Images. It is a huge title. This is an article that I saw on this app that I already talked about, Stardust, and there was today something that I was like, this is interesting because it was about food and calorie, how my body find food now more like tasty, and I also would get more calorie out of the same food that I would eat. But what I wanted to share with you from this article here, which I will leave in the description below, is how our brain changes, not just our body and our taste, but also our brain, like literally what we see and how this impacts how we feel. So the women that were doing this test here, they were like in this luteal phase, like after ovulating, seeing more threats everywhere. Like they were realizing them quicker and also even misunderstanding, like if a face is just like out of disgusting, they would also understand this expression of this face being anger. Like they see everything as threats. Possible explanation for this is that our body is pregnant. After ovulating, we could be pregnant, so our body reacts like now we are actually more vulnerable and we should take care. And not only this, now is a moment in our cycle that if we are indeed pregnant, that our body not reject this baby, the immune system kind of shut down and we have more probability in getting sick. This app has here a place where I can tell how am I feeling. I have 2 custom items. Those are, for example, the ones that the app doesn't have them and I added them by myself, which is every month the same time I get kind of ill. Sometimes I get more like mad with people. I think they hate me. I think everything is a threat. I want to be more at home, safe. So there's an explanation for all of this. So coffee's ready, and I was also like making a lot of audios for my family and friends and my student. Let's chat. I guess like the full moon is a creative moment for me. Like I have so many ideas. I'm like daydreaming so much more. Some of my new ideas I really see coming to fruition right now, which is, for example, starting my small business or thinking about offering a workshop for people to learn German with me, but with theater and making a scene and role playing. I feel like now is a moment where huge things are happening in my life and they are all coming to fruition all at once. Those are things that I have been working over the past months and cycles and not just over this cycle and these weeks. I don't know who I am when I am planning my life, when I am planning my week or my day, that I think that this would be possible. Like that's just not possible, especially right now at this moment. So I allow myself to be even more flexible. I see that not just myself, I see my students canceling, I see people avoiding some meetings. I see that everyone needs like a break. Another thing I wanted to comment with you that I see already this coming to the surface, like I noticed this already myself, is that I will be soon, but I am already, a lot more critical with myself. Let's put it like that. Like I feel so much criticism coming from inside. Like I'm judging myself more. And not just like my body or how I look, but especially what am I doing like with my life or the things that I have to accomplish or the things that I haven't done. Like I am very self-critical around this time. It kind of makes sense. And I'm trying to love this part of the cycle also because it feels like if I am gonna start a new cycle soon, and I'm gonna come up with new ideas and a new beginning for myself, it makes sense that now in the end of the cycle I can criticize and I can judge and I can see what went well, what is not working anymore. So it is a pretty harsh moment of the cycle. I feel usually very anxious. I want to change my week, I want to change my routine, I want to change my job, I want to pivot so many things, but I feel like this is nice. Let's respect this and let's love this part of the cycle as well, or this critical self, because it is for a purpose. I know that the new changes are gonna come and some of them will be great. That's why self-critique can exist at some level. Welcome to the end of my cycle. The moment that I don't even want to open this camera, and the moment that I feel all the worst things I could ever feel. I feel like very critic with myself, like obsessive thoughts. I have done so much over the past weeks and I have accomplished so much in this cycle, but I guess the moment that I feel grateful and satisfied with this all is under the full moon. Right now I am like overthinking and criticizing everything. Like, I have done a post about me on my Instagram and I put a lot of effort into this. I have launched my website. I even did a video about my creative business that I'm working on it, and I feel like this was huge and this is scary. I was already expecting this to be a very scary step. Like, I am 25 and I have tried so many things in my life, so I am not excellent in any of them. And it feels like I'm just a baby starting things over. And it feels like a new beginning, which is excited. And I want this for me so much, but it feels also like overwhelming. And I start overthinking. I overthink every comment that people let me there. I overthink that I'm not getting the amount of views. I overthink that people are not writing me about it. But there are already so many people that wrote me indeed about it, and they found this a nice move from me. Like, there was a friend, he DM'd me and he was like, I'm so happy that you figured it out by yourself, that you can be all of this, and this inspired me so much. So I feel like now is the time that I have proofs that this is just in my head, but it doesn't mean that it is not real, because I am thinking and I am feeling all what I'm feeling. Like, I feel like I am a piece of well, there's no way I can end this video with the quality that I wanted to end up this video with, because I have no energy left in my body to do so, which is okay. I really hope that this video helped you to realize your own cycles. I am excited to edit this video and see all the different Alines. Well, if you reach this, you are officially my best friend. As you can see, my eye is like infected or something, and I have reached today, for example, my limits. I am in the end of my menstruation, and I was thinking about, and journaling here, how we are allowed to start over. And I guess it is even more interesting to end this vlog reflecting about how restart as people that bleed so often. I can reimagine my connection with my cycle. I can document this in many different ways, or I can decide to not even care about it. So there are so many ways, and every single cycle is a chance to renew, restart. But it is important for us to know that I don't want to be the Lolo here or talk about this divine feminine, or I am just more interested to understand how this affects me in our society and how are we capable to have conversations about gender and body and our own hormones and cycles, and how this really is personal. Like, how is this for me and not how it is for every woman in the world, or how it is the right way. Like, there is no right or wrong in this all. And I really wanted to discover what is working for me. And I guess in the beginning and now I'm still trying like the stereotypical way and the magical Delulu way, and thinking about the moon and journaling, but realizing more and more that this is so much more abstract and complex than I think, because I am very complex. I really hope that this was all interesting for you to watch, and I wanted to end up telling I can prioritize myself, I can be angry, I can say no, and I can start over. I hope you can also start over and even show yourself to yourself or to the world, even if you're not at your best. I guess I have learned through this whole documentation that I have no idea how am I gonna show up and share this all with you, and I don't know you, and I never felt more vulnerable in any of my videos yet. I have learned to show up to myself and to you in this video. That's it. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video.